I'm really proud of our effort. I thought it was a pretty complete game. They're a difficult team to defend because of the freedom that the perimeter players have. So not only can they score, but they can also take their time and then throw it to another guy who tries and takes his time. So that's a little bit different. I'm used to seeing patterns and more screens and things like that. So I was happy with that, and thought that we made some good plays on offense and enough to win, and looking forward to Tuesday.
Your young guys have stepped up nicely, it seems to me. Is this coaching? Really, have you just rallied them?
It's recruiting. We feel like we have some really good young players, and while our depth to kind of play games isn't as good as it was a few weeks ago, we feel like we have a good depth of talent, and guys who can continue to improve and be great players. I think Terry Allen, while he's a little bit inconsistent now, I think he's going to be really a terrific player. So I think our young guys are good and capable, and just need to continue to get seasoning and experience.
How much does it help Chandra to get more minutes?
Well, it's a huge help. I mean, I had been saying all year we needed to get Chandra to play more. And today, the last few games as he's been in, he's very confident. I mean, that's probably what the biggest difference between him and other freshmen. He's very, very confident, poised, has a good feel for what he's trying to do, how he's going to score and impact the game. And he's been really, really good. Same thing, I think he's got an unbelievably bright future.
Coach Pecora said one of the keys to this stretch is your guys are playing well. Is it that simple, or is there more to it for this stretch where you have won 3 in a row?
Yeah, well, I think we are playing well, but I also think we've approached things in the right way. We of course had some bad news. I think our guys, we didn't feel sorry for ourselves. We didn't allow ourselves to get down or distracted. I thought we refocused. And I thought we zeroed in on each task at hand, whether that be the first half of a game or one possession or an inbounds play. We've really been a very focused group.
You've gone from 4-3 and sort of on the outside looking in to 7-3 and tied for third place now.
Is that right?
I think. I don't know, John.
Yeah.
Am I right?
7-3.
Yeah. Sounds right.
Sounds right. Good. I defer to Mr. O'Connell.
Yeah, right. Me too.
I went every way possible. So you're sort of in it now. I mean,
Yeah.
You're not just in it. You're somebody. Your team. Somebody can talk about for the NCAA
Right.
tournament.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, Paul. I think for us, number one, it's
I'm
hard
here to build you up.
Yeah, thanks. It's hard to it's hard to avoid the talk or the chatter or the websites that talk about those things, especially if you're a sports fan, which we all are. So we don't want to hide from it, but at the same time, for us, I think we're really playing much more possession by possession. We try to be a really fluid team that plays, and there are many more calls coming from the bench. Different things that we're trying on defense. So we're really, I think, because out of necessity that we're trying to play each possession so intensely, I think that helps us to focus on each game and each individual thing. So, of course, everyone would say we're not worried about the postseason, we're not worried about the standings. We see it and we recognize it, but we feel that for us to be successful, we really need to be focused on every little thing that we can control.
It seems like during this stretch, your demeanor on the sideline has kind of changed. You're more, I won't say animated, but you're more, I guess, animated on the sidelines during this stretch. I mean, is it because,
Definitely. I think that, we all made a conscious choice. When Sed was out, we didn't want to, we don't want to cry about it.
Oh, good one.
Yeah.
Take a break.
Yeah, we don't want to be distracted. We wanted to come and prepare to win each individual game. And we talked about, there's 2 things you're trying to do. You want to have the best team you can possibly have to win games. And the other one, which is related, is to try to win each individual game. But they're not the same exact thing. And so whether that means you are more deliberate on offense, you change your defenses, you feature different players, and it's a little bit different for us because, like I said, we try to be a very fluid team. But I think in every way we've tried to do that. And so for me, I think I've been trying to be more demonstrative on the sidelines, and just try to make sure our guys are as focused as possible.
Do you see your players kind of taking your lead?
I think so. I think a little bit, yeah. And I can appreciate that. And, I think it's good because, with the shorter bench, some mistakes happen. They can play through them. I'm sure everybody appreciates that. And but at the same time, we need to be zeroed in. So we need to move on and go to the next play and really be focused on that next play.
This may sound strange, but in some way, did losing said help your offense? Because everybody kind of deferred to the guards, and now it looks like everybody's taking it more upon themselves to score.
Well, I wouldn't say losing set helped us in any way. But I do think that our guys are being more aggressive. I think you saw it tonight with Dion. I think you saw it tonight with Trey. So our guys are being more aggressive. They need to be more aggressive. Again, it's more out of necessity. So, we really wish we had said, but we don't. We have to kind of approach each practice and each game with how we can be successful in that game.
Coach, a couple of weeks ago we talked about the ability to close out games and close out wins. Cedric and Derek are obviously a big part of that. Are you surprised that you guys really haven't missed a beat in that regard in these couple of games?
In a way, yes. I mean, yes, because Ced not only is a great player, but the other teams recognize he's a good player. The officials recognize he's a great player. So when he has the ball and at the end of the game, there's respect for him, and that really helps you as a team. It helps his confidence. It helps the team. It helps guys being open off of him. So I am pleasantly surprised that we've been able to handle those things down the stretch.
Coach, has practice been any more challenging just in terms of numbers, not having those two guys?
Yeah, numbers are difficult. We've had a couple of guys on the scout team who are banged up also, so it definitely has been more challenging. And again, we really kind of decided not to cry about it and just try to approach it with what we could do, and the guys have been very good with that.
Have you had to put on the shorts? Have you had to get out there and then?
Nobody, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but nobody wants to see that now, that's for sure.
You would prefer to have 5 All-Americans. You prefer to have Ced. You don't. Do you like this challenge yourself?
In a way, Paul. I think, to be honest, to me, I really embrace and love the tradition of Richmond basketball. So, Coach Tarrant, Coach Beeline, we had Alumni Day today, all the great players. So to me, we have a responsibility to play well in the New Robbins Center. We have a responsibility to play as hard as we can under adverse conditions. And so I really embrace that it's important for Richmond basketball to be good, to be relevant, and to be competitive.
How mentally tough has this team shown you?
Very much so. I think Kendall's really, really tough kid, and I think Trey. I think everybody's drawing from those guys. Wayne is really limited in practice, but is able to play. Hit a huge shot tonight. So I think from our older guys, and Ced's still very much involved, and will be. He's the captain of the team, and his voice is being heard. And so I do think there's been a good, really, really positive indications of mental toughness throughout it.
Coach, you mentioned Wayne. I've seen him walking around with that boot. Do you think would he be? Is he playing out of necessity, out of the fact he needs players? Like, if you had Derek, do you think he'd be?
No. He's going in the boot because that's the best way to rest his foot when he's not practicing or playing. So.
How about, I guess, tonight? You first half, 17 of your 38 points. Half your points came off 8 turnovers. You guys forced them. Was that your pressure? Was that them being sloppy with the ball? Or?
I like to think our pressure caused some of that. I think that I think they threw a couple of passes they'd probably like to have back, but I think our pressure was steady, and I think we forced them into some mistakes, and that's important for us. Points, this time in college basketball, Arizona State last night, the game's in the 50s at the end of regulation, and you look around the country, a lot of games are really grinding down, and so points are hard to come by. So any easy points you can get are big.
Is this the time of year when you kind of like watch more basketball outside of the A-10 and kind of, you do a lot more following of what's going on and kind of see where you are?
Yeah, a little bit. It's hard because, you start worrying about that stuff. You don't know who you're cheering for or cheering against. So I just kind of watch and just try to see what I can see. But, it's just there are too many teams to really kind of start to think about, hey, if they lose, and it's just too taxing.
The pink tie is not only sartorially splendid, it's for a good cause. Anything you want to say about the cause it represents?
Yeah, thank you, Paul. Well, I think that all of us have been touched by, unfortunately, by cancer. My mother passed away from cancer when I was when I was 13, and so it's always been something that it's been very important to me to try to raise awareness and try to do everything we can in our small role to bring attention to it. So yeah, I think it was a great day today for Richmond, and it's a great cause, and hopefully we can continue the fight.
Andre, did you expect things to go the way they've gone? 3 pretty good games in a row. You seem very comfortable out there.
I just wanted to come out and play my game. I didn't really expect too much going in. I just wanted to come in and try to help contribute as much as I can to the team and help us get a win.
As a freshman, what do the older guys say to you to kind of make you feel comfortable so that you don't miss a beat now that you're stepping in and playing some really important minutes here?
They don't say too much, but keep encouraging me. And I know I got great guards such as Kendall and Wayne Sparrow out there with me. So anytime I need help, I go to them 2 guys, or I go behind the bench and go talk to Sid, and he helps me out throughout the game.
You played 21 minutes tonight, and your minutes have gone up. Is that also helpful to know you're going to get more minutes and you're going to have more opportunities?
Yeah, it's helpful. It's helpful knowing I can get out there and learn by experience, and when I'm on the sidelines, I just try to watch it and try to take in everything that Kendall does because he has such a great career.
When you didn't get a lot of the minutes when Kendall and Say were playing, how did you kind of stay focused in the game, and how has that helped you now as you're getting more minutes?
I just tried to be like the biggest cheerleader on the side, keep encouraging my team, keep trying to get the crowd into it, and basically watching Sid and Kendall, I knew that those are 2 great guards, and there's not much time that you can take them out of the game anyway. So I already understood that coming in, so I just wanted to keep watching them and learn from them.
Seem to get the ball, be very productive within the last 5 or 8 minutes.
I mean, Kendall's a great player. He's shown that for years now. I think that, I honestly don't know. Kendall, I don't know what to say.
Do you see it coming? He had 7 in the first half, and he's been so strong in the last 3 or 4 games.
I don't think Kendall really worries about how many points he has coming into a half. He's probably just worried about winning, just like the rest of us. And I know I've heard him say that all he cares about is winning. It doesn't matter the points. So when you have that kind of attitude, your points are going to come along just like they did for him.
Lonzo, how have things changed? 2 senior starters are gone. You're playing more minutes. Chandre's in more. What's changed for you guys, and how are you guys handling everything?
I think one of the biggest changes have been the step up in the leadership role. Me, Trey, and Kendall have been pretty much forced to lead the team since we're the older guys with the most minutes and have been there the longest. So yeah, that's pretty much the biggest change.
What about what can you say about Chandre's play? 14 points tonight, 21 minutes, 2 assists.
Yeah.
How key is that?
I just think Chandre looks really comfortable out there. These last few games he's been scoring. I know he's had double figures in almost every game, and he's been playing since Sed and Derek have been out. So I think the more that he plays, the more comfortable he'll become, and the better player he'll be.
Hey,
Sorry.
oh, sorry, Kendall.
Go ahead, Mr. O'Connor.
Well, thank you. Kendall, Coach Mooney called timeout early when their guards were hurting you badly, very early. I wonder what the message was. It looked as though the matchup extended a little farther from that on.
Yeah, I think he just discussed that we had to stay tight and help each other out. You know, they try to spread us out. They try to go one-on-one a lot. So we had to stay tight and help each other out on the drives and really had to pressure up on the shot after they started making a couple shots. So he just wanted to stress that, and we came out, and I think we did a better job, especially in the second half, about helping each other out and playing team defense.
Your facial expression basically goes between mad and furious when you're out there. I wanted to know if you're actually enjoying yourself when you hit a pull-up 3 and the crowd goes nuts. You look more like, yeah, but you look angry almost instead of being happy. I mean, what is going through your mind when the exterior is just kind of blank or angry?
I'm just focused in the game. I don't really like to just celebrate over making shots. I just like to stay focused. It's a long game. I just know I have to stay focused, especially for my team. Just being the point guard out there, I have to be the one that has that demeanor that we're not going to lose, and I think the facial expression explains it.
But you come down, and it seems like you have the pulse of the crowd and the team because you know when to take those pull-ups, and even when you miss them, you can hear the crowd just, oh, like it's that was the shot that was going to make the roof come off. Can you feel it when it's time to take one of those shots?
Yeah, I know when my shots are coming, but I don't really just focus on the shot when I come down the court. I let it come to me. If I see an opening or I have an open pull up, I'll take it. But other than that, I just run the offense and I just find my shot through the offense.
Hey Kendall, 3 games now since you guys lost both your seniors. Can you have imagined that the transition would have gone kind of this smoothly as it has so far for you guys?
At first I couldn't, but after you watch our guys in practice and everybody's on the same page, you know, nobody's out to get theirs. Everybody's out to win games, and I think that's our main focus, and that's why we've been so successful since our seniors left. Even though we lost Ced and Bill, we're still one team. You know, we're one Richmond. So I think us just coming together as a team after that big loss, that really made us become even closer as a team. We're always together, we're always hanging out. I think that made us more of a family, and I think that's shown on the court.
Alonzo, kind of same question. I mean, are you surprised at just how well you guys have played, you know, since you lost, you know, 2 leaders on the team?
I think one of the main things that we stress as a team and the coaches have just been not to dwell on it. And by not dwelling on it, that means just going out every day and practice and working hard and just playing hard in the games.
Derek's not with the team, but Cedric still is. I saw him sitting behind you guys today. How do you include him, even as he's not able to be on the court with you? Either one of you.
I mean, Ced is just his family, you know. Even though he got hurt, he's still part of his team. He was our leader before, he's still our leader after. You know, he still talks to us during timeouts and things like that. Especially for his surgery, he talked to us. He got up and he was the first one off the bench to congratulate us. So, you know, Ced's always going to be a part of this team, and we want him here every game. You know, every time we look to him, he helps me out and Chandre and all the rest of the team. So he's a big part of this team, and we love to have him around.
Where's the confidence level with the team right now as you get ready for the next few games and then, of course, the A-10 tournament?
I think we're confident, but we're not overly confident. I think we're more focused. You know, we know what's ahead of us. We know each and every game is going to be a battle. Each and every game is just important as the other. So I think as far as our focus, it's a lot better. And I think our confidence is going up just because we've been focusing so much more on just getting wins.
Kendall, you have taken a bigger role.
He's going. One thing that we stress is just the next game. We're already over this win right here, and we're focused on the next game on Tuesday. And I think you can see our confidence in our scoring. Everybody's pretty much the scoring's pretty distributed throughout the team.
Kendall, you've got a big role on the court. What about it in terms of leadership, and what have you said to the younger guys who are now getting more minutes?
I just tell him to be ready. You know, Chandre especially. You know, he's always ready. He has a lot of confidence as a freshman, and it's good. It's a good thing. You know, I just tell him just play his game out there. You know, don't be intimidated. Don't be scared. Just be ready to play. And I think he's always ready to play each and every game. So I mean, he's taking on a big role, especially as a freshman. And but he's contributing in a big way. So I think it's really helped us as a team, and he will continue to help us as we go on.
Any other questions?
Do you kind of see a little bit of you, Kendall, and Chandre when you were a freshman here?
Yeah, he's very aggressive. He's very aggressive, just like I was when I was a freshman. But he's not too overly aggressive. You know, he knows when his shots are there. He doesn't try to do too much at times, but I think he's a really talented player, and he's going to get better as the time goes on, as years goes on here.
How about their freshman, Severe? How good of a player is he? How good will he be in coming years, you think, in the A-10?
He'll be a really good player. You know, he's aggressive as a freshman. You know, really aggressive, and that's what makes him a great player. You know, he's always putting the defense on their heels. He's a great shooter, so I think he'll be a great player in the A-10, especially over the years as he progresses and get better and older.